Alright guys, the technology news stream is about to go live. I'm gonna play some music right now while I get things ready. And that's it, enjoy the show. Hopefully, not hopefully, we will learn some cool trends and we'll see what's going on in the technology and startup world. Stay tuned, I'll see you in a little bit. All right, welcome back. Welcome back. Let's dive straight into the news. Let's learn. Let's explore. Thank you, DGTV, Music and Gaming YouTube channel for the music. I'm gonna put the link in the description now of the music too. Perfect. All right. Let's go straight into it. It looks like okay feed for tonight. We've had better nights, but let's see. Number one, the biggest churches in the world, Anglo-Norman 11th century cathedrals. I bet. Beautiful. Cathedrals are beautiful. Huge. When users, number two, never use the features they asked for. 3. What a crossword AI reveals about humans' way with words. What's crossword AI? Dr. Phil, a puzzle-solving automation, came out victorious at last week's national tournament. But human solvers shouldn't throw in the towel just yet. Wow, a software beat some humans into making this? Of course. I mean, the software just brute forces the hell out of this, and it has a processor which does millions of calculations per whatever tiny amount of time. Hertz, I think Hertz is 1 over 10 to the 9, 10 to the 8, something like that. It's like very, and so those processors make a lot of spins, a lot of calculations, iterations, and they can literally try every single word in the dictionary in these slots. It doesn't surprise me that a computer wins against a human. What are these things here? So, no, in the second letter. So here is talking about like human techniques. Poet who wrote Jellicle Cats are merry and bright. I don't know these things, guys. I never knew crossword. There was like crazy questions that I never knew. My grandma was really good with crosswords. Number 4. Amplitude just went public. Ask me anything. Okay, let's see. You're the community that convinced me to get into startups. I wanted to come back and share what the experience of building a company has been like from inception to public listing. I'll be here for a couple hours to answer your question. Ask me anything. Wow, that's so cool. Let's see if I can find a short and good question. It's to upload. How do I? Okay, good. Hacker News is always saying that working for a FANG, which means Facebook, Amazon, Netflix, Google, I don't know what the other A is better money than working for a startup, even if it IPOs. So my question to you is, how did your employees make out during the IPO? Is the prevailing Hacker News wisdom correct? Did your average developer employee that stuck it through with you on your journey end up with more or less than what they would have done working at a bigger company, at a big tech company, at a FANG? And the guy replies, I'm going to try to answer the question without divulging how anyone individually did. It took a look at the initial 40 option grants for the first 10 engineers. This doesn't count refreshers or other follow-on grants. The average value at $50 a share, yesterday's opening price, is just over 10 million. The group varied in experience from just out of school to a few years working when they joined. I feel we were a good deal more generous than the median company. Someone on the FANG side can figure out what the apples to apples comparison is, there's no question that in 90% of cases, Fang conversation was way better. If you're optimizing for how to make the most money over a few years, you should absolutely choose Fang. The real benefit of startups comes from other forms. If you ask that group of 10, I think they would respond that being an early engineer at a startup IPOs gives you way more career capital and a long-term earning potential than a Fang. Interesting. I agree. It seemed critical early. Oh, well, I don't want to read out the question. Let me see if I can. Let's see. Spencer is the guy's name. Cool. How did you keep everyone motivated during the early days of heads down building before you had real customers? Did you talk to customers during that time? And what best practices can you share? How did you communicate your vision to your team investors? And his reply was, we're more about execution than vision at Amplitude because that is my personal bias. The vision part has gotten clearer as we've grown. Even before you have any customers or a product, my number one recommendation is to get engineers regularly talking to people who could be your customers. They will get so motivated to build something that will solve their problems. At least you have the right engineers. Potential customers love talking to engineers as well as they're the ones who can actually solve their problem. Once you get a win with an engineer solving a potential customer problem, that starts a virtuous cycle where the team wants to get even more wins. I always tell people that our best salesperson at Amplitude is actually our best engineer, my co-founder Jeffrey. That's cool. Cool, I'll link the link, definitely check it out. Number 5, a bit of math around Cloudflare's R2 pricing model. Cloudflare is a service that sits between the internet traffic and the internet requests and your website, web app, whatever you have. Cloudflare kind of like filters the traffic. And it's especially useful for preventing DDoS attack when people are trying to flood your website and knock it down offline. Number 6, Emacs org mode version 9.5. A major release is out. Emacs is a text editor for the terminal. Number 7, what is a nomogram? I don't know what's a nomogram. Why would it interest me? A nomogram or nomograph is a diagram that provides an easy graphical way of calculating the results of a mathematical formula. Sometimes it's also called an alignment chart. A nomogram consists of a set of numbered scales, usually one for each variable in the formula. Oh wow! Arranged so that a straight edge can be placed across known values to find the unknown value that solves the formula. Since an equation in two variables is usually represented by a graph, most nomograms represent formulas that involve 3 or more variables. Wow, that's pretty cool. So you put a whole polynomial, a whole equation. That's so cool. Using them. They've been used in an extensive array of applications. Original application by Ocagne. The automation of complicated cut and fill calculations for earth removal during the construction of the French National Railway System. Wow. The design of next bullet point. The design of channels, pipes, and weirs for regulating the flow of water. Ballistics calculations prior to fire control systems, where calculating time was critical. Statistics for complicated calculations of properties of distributions and for operation research. That's so cool. Aeronautics, astronomical calculation. Yeah, of course, it helps you find that. That's so cool. So that's variable 1, variable 2, and variable 3. Wow. That's so cool. Super cool. I'll leave this link. Where was I? Okay, cool. Low cost brain computer interface for everyday use. What is that? Low cost brain computer interface. With the growth in electroencephalography based application, the demand for affordable customer solutions is increasing. Wow. Here we describe a compact low cost EEG device suitable for daily use. That's so cool. Wow. Hmm. Let's see that. This guy's repository. Huh. Mm. Okay. Oh, there's no. Mm. There it is. Brain computer interface. ironbci.com. That's so cool. Oops. There it is. Hmm. Whoa. I just jumped. Oh, it's a freaking ad. Where was next? Brain computer. Okay, this one. I want to see the website last. Oh, they don't have a certificate. Ah, come on. Don't do what I'm doing. It's just because I know I have good firewalls and stuff. Iron BCI. This site is dedicated to development of brain-computer interface. Wow. Lighter, Yandex. That's so cool. Alright, let's see. I'll keep an eye on these guys. Let's see. Last commit was 8 hours ago, so that's good. They're still like, pushing code and stuff. That's really, really, really good. Perfect. 9. Discipline by King Crimson. I don't know who's King Crimson, unfortunately. 10. Show Hacker News. Firezone, an open source WireGuard based alternative to OpenVPN. AES. Ooh, there is a competitor to OpenVPN. Firezone. We'll check it out. 11. 300 watts. What is that? Pandemic walks. Huh. That's so cool. I'm just looking at the animation. They're like pretty fun. Pandemic walks. Nice, nice, nice. Oh, I'll open it here. I mean, yeah, it's cool. It's like the all the walks that this guy did wherever this city is. If we were to see, I don't know. Anyways, 9. This is we saw it. Number 12. How to make writing a lot easier. I need this. How to write 10,000 words a week. The most productive writers know that writing is only one step in a larger process. What? I love writing. Every little goddamn bit of it. Writing is all I think about it, all I want to do. I write for roughly 6 hours a day, every day. Wow. It's a lot of writing to do in any given week, but I don't care. I want to write it all. Cool article, guys. I like how it starts, like the tone that it sets. Wow. I began to feel the pull of writing. Those wondrous moments when you had a clean and vivid idea, and your first instinct is, I gotta get this down. Not because it's ready to be read, but because getting it out is the only way to give it shape. Once you get something down, it's now out of you, even in rough form. You're giving yourself clay to mold into something interesting and beautiful. That's writing. Writing is how you complete your thoughts. Wow, I like this. Guys, I'll leave the link in the description. This is a beautiful, cool article on logic and how not to do it. 14. Mosquito, an open source MQTT broker. What is an MQTT broker? Huh? Mosquito is an open implementation of a server for fish for version 5, 3.1.1, and 3.1 of the MQTT protocol. It also includes a C and C++ client library, and the Mosquito Pub and Mosquito Sub utilities for publishing and subscribing. Wow. Let's see. Cool. Source. All right. Cool. So I'll leave it here. I need to find out what's the MQTT protocol. I need to know. Oh, IoT messages. Are you kidding? Lightweight publish subscribe network protocol that transports messages between devices. Protocol usually runs over TCP/IP. However, any network protocol that provides ordered, lossless, bidirectional connections can support MQTT. Got you. Super cool. Let's see. Well, this one I can close it. Okay, just leave the repo. 15. Writing Python extensions in assembly. Oh, damn, I need to see this. I think. Okay, I see. On occasion, you need to take something apart and put it back together to fully understand it. I'm sure many of the people reading this article will have been one of those kids. Kids who took a screwdriver to do something just to see what's inside it. It's thrill, but it's a whole different skill to put it back together. That's so true. The working machine on the outside obscures a network of patterns, patches, and workarounds in its internals. Programmers are used to working on the guts of a system and manipulating the ugly inner workings to get it to follow some simple instructions. That's so cool. I have to remember all the registers. Okay, 64, 32 bits. Over 16, okay, gotcha. Okay, perfect. Yeah. So that's how, guys, it's real. There's probably a whole lot of real companies set up there. So this is super cool. I would definitely keep it and give it another better look after the stream. 16. How to fit any data set with a single parameter. 17. A short overview of typed template Haskell. What does that mean? Typed template Haskell. Oh, but I'm not familiar with Haskell, unfortunately. I have to learn it. 18. Show Hacker News. MP. See Hacker News or Twitter discussions mentioning the page you're on. Oh, yeah. Guestbook is hiring a Go language backend engineer. 20. Flow history helps you understand Rust programs with program analysis. I just want to see how it looks like if they have any screenshots. Oof, almost kills me. Powerful ID tools for Rust. Fine code is influenced by value. Function facts. That's so interesting. I'm just trying to understand. Find code that influences value. Yeah. Backward static slice identifies every piece of code that affects a value of interest. Oh, now I get it. Okay. So you can compute the backward slice of X to quickly rule out lines of code that don't influence its value. That's true. That's crazy. Let's see. I lost 1 second. Okay, there you go. That's it. 21. Heat shrink. Data compression library for embedded real-time systems. 22. Show Hacker News. React Oxide. Open source React.js code editor with tabs, files, and web dev. Do we really need it? Do we need it? 23. GPUs open the potential to forecast urban weather for drones and air taxis. Well, air taxis, most of it. 24. The deceiving virtues of technology. I gotta see this. Looks like old school. Oh, it's a long read, so unfortunately I'll have to go with the topic sentences. This morning I would like to take a long view at technology. Odysseus, of course, was desperate, and as I later told the story, it was left there, devising evil in all the deep of my heart. As the giant there lay senseless, dribbling with wine and bits of human flesh from his gullet, Odysseus had his comrades, I'm reading this, heated the end of the beam in the coals of the fire, and then, oh wow, what a crazy story. So that's why we have a thing about this, whatever. Interesting though. Hold on. Yeah. Cool. I was reading because there's so much to read in this page. Number 25, unhook. Hide your YouTube recommendations. Oh, unhook, like unhook yourself, like hide the recommendations because they're too good. Remove distractions on YouTube. Is that a thing? Okay, cool. So, why can people just close YouTube instead of downloading an app? Well, whatever, I don't get it. 26. Apple didn't revolutionize power supplies. New transistors did in 2012. 27. Nans are numbers. An esoteric Data type built of NANS. '28. That's cool. AWS launches ARM powered lambdas. ARM is just a different type of processor. It's usually in embedded devices or like handheld micro mini computers. Let's see. 29, making bracket pair colorization faster. Odd bracket pair colorization, meaning like when you write code, that if you open a bracket, it highlights towards the end of that bracket. You know, if when you open it, you have to write the closing bracket, and then it tells you. 28. AWS launches. Okay, launches that. 29. Making bracket pair colorization faster. 30. Kraken Security Labs identifies vulnerabilities in commonly used Bitcoin ATMs. Oh, that's really bad. That's really bad. All right, guys, I'm super sleepy. My notice towards the end, I was like, lose pace a little bit, but yeah, I'm gonna have a good sleep. Hopefully, you learned something new, something that you can discuss with your family, with your friends, with your colleague, little pieces of knowledge. But most importantly, that what we do here is something you can research on your own if you're interested. And I just want to show you as much as possible. So again, thanks for watching, guys, and have a good night.